Hello everyone, this is the Off-World UFO Report, where you can get the best analysis of UFOs. This video was shot in Mexico City by a friend of mine named Daniel Sanchez. He goes by DanielOVNI on YouTube, but you see these same kind of lights all over the world. This video was shot in rural Russia, and you see, although the cameraman is obviously very nervous and jumpy, that the lights are moving in unison. And this is something you see commonly in these kind of videos. I like to compare videos that have some of the same qualities because I believe that if you see the same things all over the world and they have the same behavior, then they might be the same phenomenon. And it's not Chinese lanterns, it's not birds, it's something we can't identify. And here's my friend Danielle again with another squadron flying a flying V, and you notice that they change sides. They're very playful, but that's not how birds look in infrared. And it's definitely not drones, although there are drones that can do some pretty impressive synchronized movements. For example, we've got drone shows happening now, and I'm going to show you one that happened in China in 2021. At first you're able to see their propellers, but once you're far away you can't see anything, and they're incredibly fast. This technology is going to make it much harder to identify true unidentifieds, so to speak. But again, look at this. There's a design. They're doing human things, and they stay in the same general area. But this means that we're going to have to be much more skeptical. However, do we think there's going to be a drone show hundreds of miles out to sea off the coast of North Carolina? Or that they're gonna be able to fly in the path of a jet over a jet that's landing? I don't think so. The other thing to notice in Danielle's videos is that these objects are headed somewhere. They're not just joyriding in some small space where their remote controller is. They're on their way somewhere with purpose. They may change direction and play around, but they're going somewhere. What about these three blue objects that were recorded in Brazil? Hovering around a building. It's pretty strange. I've seen a UFO do this in Mexico City. What I notice about these is the odd glow. This video was made by a guy named Earl Slusher in Dallas, Georgia. He said that it had an Egyptian-looking sarcophagus kind of thing, and that it was about 28 by 20 feet, he estimated. At first, it looks like a jetpack, and that's what his little boy said. He didn't think so. And if we look at the analysis done by AlienUFOStabilizerXannel, you can see that this thing seems to change shape a little bit, which is a quality that is unique among unidentified flying objects. At first it kind of looks like a man with a jetpack, but then it stops looking anything like a human form. Here's another one of Danielle's videos, which shows some kind of floating humanoid looking thing with three prongs, but it's turning end over end, which is confusing and mysterious. Next up, we got a shape-shifting golden UFO captured by a man named Arturo Robles Hill, who has dozens and dozens of videos from back in the early aughts. This one is very odd. It has an bell-shaped top, and it doesn't stay that way. But there are also larger and stranger looking objects that have been seen that change shape. This one was seen in Georgia by a guy named DroneLife RC on YouTube, and it seems to have a little appendage at the bottom. Can't figure what that is. But there have been similar things seen in Mexico by our friend Arturo Robles Hill. These videos are about 15 years old, and they were featured on Mexican news with Jaime Maussan, who's a well-known UFO researcher here in Mexico. I don't know what these are, but the scale is rather large. It would be difficult to put something this size in the sky that was made of plastic or something like that. And as usual, there's no visible propulsion system, so it makes you wonder, how is this thing continuing to remain airborne? How did it get up there? Did it fall out of space? And now it's just kind of drifting down, because they don't seem to lose altitude. It just kind of sticks up there. Jaime Maussan called these unidentified flying biological entities. Some of them have been seen dropping orbs or being accompanied by orbs, which have been called by Jaime Maussan sentinels, which have also been observed in other places around the world, such as Argentina, and in a video I'm about to show you from the pyramids in Giza. Here you can get an idea of the scale of these objects because a plane flies by. So this video was shot in Giza on December 3rd, 2020, and I've muted it so we can talk before you listen to the responses of the witnesses, because they're very enlightening. There was a skeptic among them, and they're debating what this is while they're watching it. So right here we're seeing these little fireballs falling out of the bottom of this structure right before the structure breaks apart into several pieces. It seems like it could be skydivers doing a night dive with flares attached to their feet or something. I'm not sure how that works, but I'm going to show you what skydivers look like at night, and you can decide for yourself. They drift and swing, but there's a few moments where they seem to have lift, meaning that they're not just falling, they're moving laterally. And see, right here, moving laterally. It's tough to say, but I'm going to show you some skydivers using magnesium flares so that you can compare. One thing that I notice looking at skydivers using flares is that the flare's trail is leading upwards, and you can easily see the sparks dying out. Here, the tail is pretty long, but these are seen from farther away and a bit out of focus. But this doesn't look exactly the same as the Egyptian situation, which I'm about to show you. In a minute, you'll see the flares flame out. Pay special attention to the amount of time that the objects in the Egypt video stay still in the air and hover.
It's coming down. What is that up there?
It looks like...
Oh my god, what is going through the sky? What is that?
They look like flares. It's flares. That plane that went past us dropped flares, it looks like.
Right, I'm not being funny, but that is not a plane.
No, there was a plane went past and it was flashing.
No.
Oh, it's parachute.
What is it? What's that then?
Is it not parachutes?
It's gone out.
It is going out.
It's coming down. Is it?
Well, that's going down fast now, isn't it?
What is it?
What the fuck, man? Nah, it's parachutes. It's parachutes.
That big thing there is
That one's not even moved either. No, they're parachutes.
Landing on the plane.
Coming home. Yeah, you can't see them though.
What's happening? That one.
It's not moved. Oh yeah, it's going down. It is a triangle. It is a triangle.
That is a diamond. It is a diamond, isn't it? What's that one there? That one's coming down too. And there's lots of little ones around it.
Why is that one a diamond?
Look, can you get that? Look, look, look.
Oh wow.
What is that? What is it? What's that above it? What else is
That just moved to the left really quickly, didn't it? Didn't that just move then? Like fast?
What is going on?
Oh look! What the fuck is that?
I feel like it's looking at us. Why is it staring at us?
Look at that thing on your nose.
Oh no. Oh my god. Look how quick it's moving.
That's the most bizarre thing I've seen in the sky ever. What's that thing following them?
It's coming to a million pieces. What?
No, the parachutes. Look,
Parachutes with what on them though?
flare things.
Why?
They look like aliens.
Is it people on them? I feel like they're actual.
That one looks like it's...
What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my actual god. What the fuck is that? I'm a bit like fucking freaked out. Look, it's coming directly on the pyramid.
The triangle. The three great triangles.
That's literally what just happened. I feel like they're sending like little things down the pyramid to the spaceship which just disappeared. I genuinely feel like that was an alien spaceship. Like, I just do. Well, what is any of it?
So let's watch this section again without the sound. You see a little flash there, and notice that the contours of the diamond are very defined. apart from the lights, which stay in a uniform position. There's about 8 of them or 9, but then it starts to change shape here, and little orbs are dropping out of the bottom. So this is different than the characteristics we saw in the flare skydivers. Not that I really understand what's going on here. It could be skydivers with flares, but I think they're going very slow, and the trail of sparks is not as visible as we saw with the flares and skydivers. If you notice, there's like a fire and then there's a little lighted area above. I thought those might be parachutes, but I'm really not sure. Moving on, this is one of my favorite recent ones from March 13th in Sodankylä, Lapland, Finland, on a webcam. At first it looks like a shooting star, but then it changes direction. And you can see it's casting its light on the snow, which is amazing and rare. We don't often get a chance to see a UFO fly right in front of the webcam. And if you notice, someone is watching this and they control the webcam to follow it. Existence. And finally, we're going to watch an old video, an oldie but a goodie, from the Sea of Marmara in Turkey. And this was filmed by Murat, Yalcin, Yalman, who's got several of these, I think, but this is by far the best one. And this one seems to have an occupant or two. I'm not sure if this is what Lou Elizondo was referring to when he said that some of these craft seem to have occupants. I'm going to show you a close-up that purports to show the shapes up very close and clarified in that window on the right. If that's what it is. Take a look here. I hope you've enjoyed this transmission of Off-World UFO Report.